Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome. Royalty isn't about snapping pictures. Queen Naomi's thunderous outburst stunned Ikpi and Ebony. The ancient throne of Ile-Ife is shaking once again, not from war or famine, but from the echoes of a royal outburst that many are calling long overdue. It is no longer gossip, it is confirmed. Queen Naomi, the highly revered former Yeye of the source, because right now it's not even Yeye position that is her own. Where God has skyrocketed her to, it's something else, okay, as we are hearing, okay? They said that, Queen Naomi did not miss her word in a royal setting that has, remained tense with rivalry. Envy and power play. Queen Naomi reportedly lashed out at Ebony and Ikpi in word that cut deep and echoed beyond the palace wall. Royalty isn't about snapping pictures, it's about sacrifice, war, and bloodline. Those words weren't uttered lightly. They came after one palace insider described as days of rising tension and coordinated envy from the Oloris following Queen Naomi's royal treatment, specifically the use of the Oni of Ife's private aircraft to ferry her luggage ahead of a high-profile trip to the United Kingdom. Oma, it is not a small thing, though. I don't know why this is causing so much problems in the palace. Seriously, let's pause and ask. Let's ask this question. Is it not befitting for the mother of the heir to the throne, okay? A woman who was not only crowned with spiritual depth, but also given the revered house of Oduduwa, their fourth son, okay? Is it not befitting of her to use a private jet on her own? And listen, in case there is a misunderstanding, they say Kabiyesi did not say others will not use it. They say for now. For now. Now, sources close to the palace say Ebony and Ikpi were visibly shaken by, Naomi's increasing favor with the palace, especially with the only silent but consistent gesture of honor towards her. The use of the private jet was the last straw. What followed, insiders claim, was a wave of subtle mockery, rolling eyes, and, snide remark from both women, leading to Queen Naomi's, now viral royal clapback, okay? Where she say, royalty is not about snapping pictures, it's about sacrifice, it's about war, and it's about bloodline. And they say the same line Oni of Ife has also used on the Oloris. No longer, and what a clapback it was a very serious clapback. No longer the quiet, endearing, Queen Naomi. This was the queen in full regalia, not of attire, but of authority. In some sweeping statement, she reminded the entire palace and the public that royalty is not about beauty contest. It's not about camera flashes or trending hashtag. It's about bloodline. It's about spiritual authority. It's about history, and it's about divine covenant. Naomi stood tall, invoking the ancient spirit of queens who once walked barefoot into battle for the soul of their people. Was Naomi wrong to have spoken that way? Some say yes, that she ought to have kept her cool and, risen above the pretty envy. But many others argue that Queen Naomi simply had enough and chose the perfect moment to assert herself. This wasn't just a reaction, it was a statement, one that draws a line in the sand, especially in a palace where many believe her position as the true Olori has been, diluted and disrespected. But here is the twist. How will Ebony and Mariam take this? Ebony and Ikpi, as we are hearing, they said they retreated in shame, that they couldn't even fight back, that they only fought in silence. Why they launched a counter-offensive of spiritual alliances and public sympathy? Because in the Yoruba palace setting, silence is never neutral. Every pause carries meaning, and every stare can be a coded trait. And what about owning himself? Palace insiders say he is deeply aware of the palace dynamics. His decision to allow his aircraft be used for, Naomi's journey was not a random gesture. It was symbolic. It was strategic. It was a silent message. But will he openly support Queen Naomi's boldness, or will he be forced to calm the storm with royal diplomacy? Is the question that a lot of people are asking. I am going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact. Thank you.